We're talking about Frank Ovie Kokori, who died on his 80th birthday, a hero. And we still have our guest essayist, Sam Omatseye, here, as well as activist here in the studio. Before we went on the break, you were talking about how it is that so much was not done for him.
Yeah.
And they were, bodies like Nupeng and all of that, he championed their cause. At the time, we didn't see much showing from them. What could have happened?
The first thing is to first look at how we got to that point.
To this point, yeah.
The greatest damage that has happened to this country was the incursion of military into our life. I'll get to that.
Giving the excuses of the military.
No.
We rid ourselves of all of those issues.
It's important because they shattered the institution, they shattered our value. Why it is a lesson is for the political class not to misbehave to such an extent that it become very inviting to Nigerians that maybe we should go for democracy. That's the lesson I'm saying, that look at where it got us. So nobody should ever think in the direction of a military again, because this is part of what they did to us. So that's part of the lesson. You see, the way we structure our society, you can't live a different life out of it. That's the way we structure our society. It's a society where issues like this are not taken as a priority. And as long as we do that, it is going to likely to happen to virtually all our great people. So, and that's why organizations and personalities like him should do something consciously about it. We have a youth bureau now, where we educate the youth to the implication of the way they are living their life. That you can't have a great society, you can't have a great future with this attitude and character. There is no guarantee that when it is your time, you will achieve
from those who were ahead of them.
No, who are ahead of them? How? I don't get you.
Now they are seeing that
he said there's no excuse, and I agree with him.
The society is not celebrating.
He said the young people don't have. He said the young people don't have excuse at their own time. The consciousness at his own time is not as much as now. They were this consciousness. It's just a question of choice that the young people are doing what they are doing. We have made a lot of excuses for the young people, and even at our own time, like we're younger than them, we had nobody to tell us about what we should do at our own time. Even people who were not part of the struggle sympathized with us. So, and if you look at the list of people that fit into the category of what he has said, it's pathetic.
It is.
I had colleagues, I had friends. There's one friend of mine, Revo, he died in a rented house recently about 3 years ago. But the man sold his father's house that he inherited when his father died in June 12. We used the money to print leaflet. We spent all the father's house money to print leaflet of Abacha must go. But nobody came to say. There were countless people like that. I have friends who had memory issues now. I can begin to mention names. And I said, it's a societal thing. It's not as if Kokori was isolated. That's how you treat all your heroes.
Unfortunately.
And the betrayer in our struggle. If the military, the police and paramilitary in this country devote the skill they have to making this country great, in fact, all of us will be clapping for them when it comes to security of our nation, because they are thorough. There are things they get to know about you, and you wonder that it's only my mother that knows this about me now. How do you get to know that? And that's why, if they devote the skill they have for productive use, you'll be amazed. At those moments, where they go and fish us out at those moments, you see, it's amazing that how did you know this place? And that is why many of our colleagues, it was experienced later that exonerated them. Because how did the SSS know certain thing about me? How did you know I'm here? Maybe 2 or 3 people only knew. So you keep pointing an accusing finger at them until they kept asking our colleague those questions that guy that knows about it didn't know about it.
How do we change this culture? That's
what I'm saying. That is, we have to build it consciously. We have to mentor the young ones. If you don't mentor them, we have discovered that they are choosing to behave like children in earning their future. And no young woman should behave the way majority of Nigerians should behave. No young man should behave like that. Maybe it was consciously done in that way to take the attention away from getting serious about that. Maybe it was consciously done. And that's the reason why we must pay attention to it. We had friends that time. They were supposed to pick some document at a particular place. I was part of the 8 people. The first people who went inside, they didn't come back. I didn't say them up to today. The second people went back, they didn't come back. It was my turn with my friend to go in, Dr. Atiladi. And I said, Dr. Me, I'm not going in. No. 4 people didn't come back. And today, Dr. owed me that appreciation that Razak, I will have been there. We didn't know where they went to up to today. And those were there. It's not only that, though, there were many of our guys that they never go back to school after rustication. And they are there today. So there's a long list of people who died like so good. In fact, there are many people who are unsung. Those periods, you are giving role. Some people play prominent role that time.
Perhaps this is an opportunity for this current administration to change.
And that's where I'm coming to, that the golden opportunity we had is true. The fact that someone who did the same thing like you did became the president, that's a consolation. In fact, if I didn't get anything from the president, that's enough consolation for me that, okay, so in my own lifetime, an activist like me of his own level can become the president of Nigeria. That's a big consolation. And that's why it should inspire the president to reverse the trend that he must build a society. It happened to him too. Nobody knows. All the 90% of the young men who voted for him didn't vote for him because of what he had done in his part. Maybe political persuasion. And we can't continue our society like that. And Papa Enaro told me that the guy he contested a parliamentary election with in Lagos was using limousine. And he campaigned with bicycle and he won. We want to go back to that kind of society. Nobody could have won election in this era with this kind of a profile. Someone who rides a bicycle to win election against someone who is riding in the mood. In fact, it's a crime. From the definition of it, it's a political crime. That, in fact, it is considered as an insult that you are riding bicycle and you want to contest a parliamentary election. So we need our society, we need to review our society in such a way that the young will begin to play their role. The elders, the government, have the larger blame.
All have
but the young people also have a shared blame in it because it's a shared responsibility.
How much influence
he has a platform to mentor young people. Yes.
Yes, they are the ones that are.
They didn't listen to him.
The young ones the way.
People like him had platform for mentorship. They didn't listen to them. So, and the message we should be sending to them that you are not going anywhere. You will lead, but you will not lead way. And as for followers, you will follow your leader, but you are not going to be a good follower. Followers see things better than the leaders. And it's the follower that create direction and supervise the leader at times. The followers at their own time will not be able to supervise their leader with this attitude.
Right. How should the government perhaps immortalize someone like Frank Kokori?
That's a good question. I have to background that by saying that we have not known how to immortalize our heroes. Recently, the governor of Anambra State, Soludo, did a good thing, named the airport for Chinua Achebe. And I wrote that time that, can you imagine, one of our greatest symbols, some of our greatest writers, there's no symbol, no monument for him. And it just took him time to do that. And they waited years after he died, which we were supposed to have done it even before he died. And I said, look at Soyinka. Wole Soyinka is alive now. Where's the monument for him? Nothing. Eh? We can't even name a university for him. We can't even build anything for him on a national level. What Soludo did for Achebe is for Anambra State. But Achebe is not an Anambra hero alone. It's a national hero. In fact, it's an African hero, and so on. Or
the continental hero.
Continental hero, even a world-famous hero.
Right.
They did not do anything for him. And that is what we do. But we have monuments for corrupt technocrats. We have monument for thieves. We have monument for Abacha. We have monument for all those people who destroy. We do the glibly and we still maintain them around the country. But the people who do the best for us, we don't do. Lagos has done a good deal. We have a major road for Alfred Rewane. We have for Ganifa and so on. Braithwaite and things like that. But that is Lagos. But we don't have national. We don't have it. We have a few for Nnamdi Azikiwe and all of that. Senegalese French writer David Diop, in his book Beyond the Door of No Return, a new novel out, said our monuments are in our stories and our tales and so on. Which is true. Kokori is in our stories. But the problem is that we don't even know whether it's in our stories, because before he died, people didn't even show that they even know about it. So which stories? So maybe we need big monuments and snapshots in time that will make people say, okay, so who is this man that I'm seeing here on this traffic that who is this man that they named this major road after? Who is he? That will create some kind of imprimatur on the minds of people. Because if the stories cannot be told, let the monument be built. So something like that. Let us do something for our heroes. That's very important.